Chapter 1. The Threshold of Dawn. The sun has not yet breached the horizon, yet the room is already alive with possibility. In this fragile silence, we stand together, the unbroken line of souls who refuse to be ruled by the caprice of circumstance. Outside lies a world intent on bending will, inflaming ego, and igniting every fleeting passion. Inside, before the first foot touches the ground, a vow is renewed. If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it. Epictetus, Enchiridion 5. We enter the day as sovereigns or as slaves. The morning decides. Chapter 2. The 3 silent movements. Close the eyes, inhale with deliberation. We summon the images that most people flee: traffic stalled, colleagues irritable, plans undone by rain. Like skilled physicians, we expose ourselves to controlled doses of adversity so that no later venom can poison us. Seneca calls this Premeditatio Malorum, imagining misfortune not to court gloom, but to immunize the soul. Letters 91. Modern commentary. Cognitive psychologist Donald Robertson notes that this exercise recalibrates emotional expectation, shrinking the spike of anxiety before it erupts. Stoicism and the Art of Happiness, 2013. 2. Anchor in Virtue. Morning exhortation. With the mind steady, the question follows: what good is uniquely mine to do? We sketch the answer in 4 strokes: wisdom, courage, justice, temperance, and vow to tint the whole canvas of the coming. Hours with their hues. The Roman emperor who commanded legions still whispered to himself each dawn, "Do every act as though it were your last." Meditations 2.5. If he needed the reminder, so do we. Philosopher Massimo Pigliucci highlights in How to Be a Stoic, 2017, that virtue provides the behavioral GPS, ensuring direction when fog settles on the path. 3. Forge the body. Voluntary hardship. The intellect is partner, not tyrant. We subject flesh to a short, bracing trial. Cold water on skin, deliberate breath under its sting, a series of slow, uncomfortably perfect push-ups. Nothing extreme only. Enough to whisper, I can choose discomfort before it chooses me. We must practice a hard life before we live it, so that adversity may not catch us unprepared. Seneca, Letters 18. Neuroscientist Andrew Huberman's recent findings on cold exposure confirm what the Stoics knew intuitively. Voluntary stress inoculates the nervous system, sharpening focus throughout the day. Huberman Lab Podcast, EP 38, 2024. Chapter 3. The Written Reckoning. A journal now opens, no audience, no filters. We answer 3 relentless prompts. What events could test me today? Which virtue will I display when they arrive? What petty desire must I disarm before it enslaves me? John Sellers, in Lessons in Stoicism, 2019, calls this dialogue philosophical rehearsing, a rehearsal in which failure on paper prevents failure in life. The act is surgical. Naming the lurking impulse extracts its sting. Chapter 4. The View from Above. Before leaving the sanctuary, we widen the lens. Imagine the roof dissolving, the city shrinking, continents sliding beneath like drifting plates. Problems that felt monolithic are revealed as dust on a cosmic scale. Marcus Aurelius performed this astral zoom regularly. Meditations 9.30. Modern Stoic scholar Gregory Sadler likens it to a cognitive orbit, the mind lifting away from parochial orbit into universal perspective. Lecture 2023. Result is not detachment, but proportion. We re-enter the day incapable of petty outrage. Chapter 5. Crossing the doorway. At last the threshold is crossed. Phones will buzz, markets will swing, tongues will wound. Yet we carry an inner citadel built stone by stone in the first sacred minutes. We do not promise exemption from sorrow. We promise mastery over response. The chief task in life is simply this: to identify and separate matters so that I can say clearly to myself which are external and not under my control, and which have to do with the choices I actually control. Epictetus Discourses 2.5. Chapter 6. Epilogue. The unconquerable dawn. We are not morning people. We are morning architects. The routine is simple. Visualize adversity, pledge to virtue, welcome voluntary hardship, script the day, ascend in mind. No single act is miraculous, yet together they forge a temperament unbreakable by rumor, delay, or loss. Look well into thyself. There is a source of strength which will always spring up if thou wilt always look. Marcus Aurelius, Meditations 7.59. Let others rush into daylight unarmored. We step forward clad in reason and resolve, bearing within us the quiet thunder of a will that cannot be compelled. The world will test us. The dawn has already prepared us. If these words have stirred the embers of discipline within, remain with us on this journey. Subscribe, reflect, share so that the circle of those who rise prepared expands, dawn after dawn. The next sunrise waits. Let us meet it together, unconquered,